Alright, so you guys might be wondering what I'm doing at Charlotte, North Carolina International Airport. All my riding gear and no bike in sight, no car in sight. I got no transportation right now. Let me bring it back to how I got here.
Can you get a animal skunk for me?
Maybe. I can, glad I got here early. Go ahead. No, I'm just talking to myself like a crazy person. Apparently riding on a big plane. It's the biggest one they got. So that sounds fun. Now keep in mind, I don't like flying. I was nervous the entire day. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and my stomach's been killing me. Although when I actually got at the airport, I felt great. It was actually pretty fun. All right, so here's the plan. Me and my old college buddy, Jared, are gonna go on a road trip. We're gonna call this the $4,000 motorcycle challenge. We have to buy motorcycles each for less than $4,000 or less. They gotta get us back to Pennsylvania. That's simple enough, right? Well, we're gonna buy these not at an auction, not like special dealer rates. We're gonna buy these the same way that you guys would buy them. Because I wanna show people that anyone can do this. There's no excuse for doing something like this. It's not gonna be expensive, and anyone can do something like this. And in the end, we're gonna sell the bikes, and all the money that we've accrued during this thing, we're gonna take what we sold them for, minus what we have into it, see who comes out ahead. Might cost a couple $100, it might make a couple $100, I don't know. But I wanna show anybody that you have no excuse not to be doing stuff like this. No excuse not to be flying out, seeing your buddies that you've been talking about this for years, and just doing it, going on a ride and having a great time. And right now, the weather is the most perfect weather. I know a lot of people think that riding season's starting to dwindle off. This is the most perfect weather possible. It's just beautiful out. The whole country is beautiful right now. Unless you go to like North Dakota probably. I'm sure it's just horrible up there. But this is not gonna be as simple as just buying a bike and then driving it back. It's gonna be a little more complicated than that. One, you gotta buy the bike for $4K or less. Retail, so you gotta go find it privately, whatever, to go to a dealership, talk them down, I don't know. We have no idea what bikes we're gonna ride back. I have no clue. I can't wait to figure it out though. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Two, any money that goes to fixing the bike or modifying the bike or changing the bike or setting it up for riding better or whatever, that all gets added in. Food, everything. The whole trip is all gonna get, if we have to stay at a hotel for some goofy reason, that all gets added into the trip. That all gets added into your own personal expenses for this. Once we make it, if we make it back, we're gonna show the bikes to Caleb. Caleb's gonna do what he does best. He's gonna price out these motorcycles to sell. You guys will be able to buy them. He's gonna price them out to sell, and we're gonna take what Caleb says they'll sell for, minus what we have into them, and see who comes out on top. Here's one of the catches. There might be some more, might come up with some more fun stuff. But here's the catch. Every time we fill up for fuel, I can't just go fill up my fuel. I've got to fill up someone else's fuel tank before I fill up myself. So if I walk up to a motorcycle, it costs me $9 to fill a tank, awesome, $9. And I walk up to, an Escalade that needs a full tank, you know what I mean? Hey, $70. That's kind of the big variable that we got going on. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna buy. Can't wait to see my buddy Jared. It's gonna be a blast. Let's go do it. Oh yeah, and we have one day to find and buy the bikes, that's Thursday, and then we have one day to drive them back, that's Friday. All right guys, so it's the next day, and this day started for me at 10 o'clock, and now it's 4 o'clock. I was feeling on what happened. Jared had a meeting, an important meeting, that I couldn't go to. I don't have important stuff to do. Jared had an important meeting that he had to go to, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna go find a bike, I'm gonna get my bike myself. So I found a really cool bike that I wanted to buy. It was about a half an hour away. I took their truck, I took their trailer, I went to go pick it up. When I get there, just so happens that he had a couple other bikes. I'm like, oh, these for sale? He's like, yeah, they're kind of for sale. And I was like, how much for that one? So I ended up buying 2 bikes at the same place. Now the reason it took so long was because he didn't want to accept the way I wanted to pay. I couldn't pay with PayPal, I couldn't pay with a business check, I couldn't pay with, it was not going to work out. It took us a long time. We finally figured out a way that he could that he could get the money. Instead of letting Jared pick his bike, I kind of picked his bike. So we'll have to figure that out in the whole competition type of thing. All right, so the reason I didn't bring cash on this trip, like big bundles of cash, was because I'm under the impression TSA can take that. If you show up at the TSA and you have a huge wad of cash, you know, bringing giant wads of cash on the plane, that could be a problem. So I also could not bring tank straps on the plane because maybe you could bring them on the plane, I don't know. I had no more room in my bag. I was all tapped out, and I wasn't sure if we were gonna be riding bikes back or trailering them back, so we ended up needing them. So I ended up just going to the store and doing it's not even the next best thing. There's probably about 20 other things better, but we got it done.
Betsy's selling acorns.
Selling acorns? How much?
How much are your acorns?
$5.
I'll give you one hug.
Dang. Man, that's sweet.
I like the yellow one.
You like the yellow one?
Hi guys, this is Jared.
Hey buds.
So,
Thunderbird. We looked at one of those
Thunderbird
last night.
Sport.
Early 2000s?
99, yeah. And then we got a beautiful BMW 1975 R9T.
This thing is huge.
Properly strapped down if you're gonna not use proper straps like we use.
Man, that's in great shape. Did he restore this, or is this just original?
It's original. Let's get these things unloaded so then we get the trailer off so Charity can go to her thing.
Yeah.
This is my bike.
Yeah, let's see your bike. Whoa!
Nice, Bet.
Whoa! You're gonna slow it down. Alright, so let's get these bikes unloaded.
This Triumph is beautiful.
It's a nice bike, dude. Both of them are really, really comfortable too.
I love these style bikes, man. It's like you can just really like dig into, you know, you feel like you're going super fast because the bike's kind of heavy. You know what I mean?
Right. So it's not the fastest bike, but you can push them pretty hard, and they're fun.
The bike's going to be capable of a whole lot more than I am, as long as it's been since I've ridden hard. I guess it's a cafe racer type.
What is that?
I don't know
What
what I'm
is
talking
that?
about.
Yes, it is. Yes, this is the original. This is the original.
This is like the cafe racer.
People try to turn their bikes into this, and they ruin their bikes to try to make it this.
The brakes are going to be fun on this one, buddy.
Oh yeah. That bike's made for going, man, not stopping.
Yeah.
It's my bike. So apparently the Triumph was he had new fork seals, carb. He did a bunch of work to it. I don't remember all. He did a lot of work. He's been riding the bike for a couple of years. He actually didn't want to sell it because it was such a clean version of it. Undertail kit. It's jetted properly. It runs really well. What do you think, man?
I think it's beautiful. I mean, I love these bikes. And this one, I mean, this is
cool, man.
It's what's the word for it? It's a classic. It's one of those things that, like, me being a guy that, like, I'm into bikes, but I don't have the luxury or the money to, like, always just be having all different kinds of bikes. It's I don't know, honor sounds dramatic, but like an honor to be able to ride something this iconic.
It's an experience.
Yeah, I mean, this is an iconic bike.
Like this is a bike that people talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like history of motorcycles is connected to this bike, and you get to kind of be a part of it a little bit. This actually has two different fuel petcocks.
Why?
And they're connected to each other. So he said he'll run one on, the other one off.
Wait,
and
they're
then,
connected to each other. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So like, look.
They got to go into the carbs.
They go to the carbs, but they also go to each other. I guess one can produce enough fuel to fill up both the carbs.
Cool, man.
All right, so what do we have to do to get these bikes ready for the trip?
Absolutely nothing. Throw some tags on them and
wipe them down. So me and Jared went to the same tiny little Bible college. 1,000 people?
Yeah, I guess that's small.
We went to a very small school, and how did we meet?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I met Sean, he was bailing out of a RV, like when freshmen were moving in to our college, and he bailed out of an RV in the middle of the night with a bunch of girls. They ended up being like his family, but it was just a funny.
Yeah.
It was a funny image at a small little Bible college.
It's been my life ever since.
Yeah, and then what did you have that? Was that when you had an XR400, that white XR400?
I had a decent looking XR400.
Yeah, like a real clean XR400, and then me and you started talking about dirt bikes.
Right.
Because that's kind of like how we...
Right, because you rode dirt bikes, I had a dirt bike.
Yeah.
And then throughout college, we were always kind of flipping bikes, buying bikes. You know what I mean?
When we could.
If one of us had one bike, we were both riding the bike.
Yeah.
Not at the same time.
And we would combine money.
Right.
You know.
Like if you had something, hey man, let me ride. I ride around.
Yeah.
I remember you would ride my bikes around. It was just fun. That's how. Imagine the brokest people you had, and then take away $500 from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had nothing. We had junk cars.
Yeah. Remember that Acura that I had? That,
the hatch never shut.
Yeah. Well, the Acura. I guess it would be an Integra. What's the Honda Prelude Acura Integra? Is that it? It was the early '90s. Whatever.
Yes.
But bought it for $200. Drove it for like a year. Blew the clutch out and sold it for $400.
Yeah.
That was our life. You know.
We had 10 times more money in motorcycles than we ever did in cars. And so when Jared shipped off to the military, he did his first tour. He came back. I was, we were talking about doing motorcycle rides, and I forget what I was doing. I was making a little bit of money. He was making a little bit of money. We both bought some decent looking bikes, some decent looking sport bikes, and we took a 2 or 3 day trip and just had a blast. We got a bunch of good stories about it. Remember racing the guy with the red Baron in the M5?
Yes.
It's cool. We have a bunch
on 40 in North Carolina, North Carolina.
We had a bunch of crazy stories about it, and it's literally been 10 years. It's like now we're old. We're both married.
Has it been 10 years?
We both have 3 kids. You know what I mean?
Our lives are 8 or 10 years, something like that. Yeah.
Our lives are completely different. And you kind of look back and like, why have we not done this yet?
I know.
Why are we not doing this every single year? You know what I mean? Every single month. So it's kind of quick. I flew down. Jared opened up his schedule, and we're doing it. So BMW, the classic, the bike that just made BMW, the R90. I have a poster of this thing on my wall. And then the Triumph Thunderbird Sport. I really know nothing about this bike. Jared's gonna ride this one. I'm gonna ride that one. Let's go test drive them.
Yeah.
We haven't ridden the bike. I didn't get to ride. I literally test drive motorcycles for a living. The guy would not let me test drive the bike.
You had to watch a test ride.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I've test driven possibly more bikes than maybe anyone. Different bikes, and I couldn't test drive these bikes before.
Sean,
so
it's okay to be insecure about your lack of knowledge of how motorcycles work, but I'm going to take you under my wing, and hopefully you learned something this trip.
That's really, really nice of you. Let's do it. All right, so Jared just informed me a long time ago. I gave him this awesome, the coolest motorcycle jacket you've ever seen. It's the Michael Jordan race team, Suzuki race team jacket. He just told me, he's like, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna find that jacket.
Out of my shop.
Yo, I gotta find that jacket.
I really think I threw it away.
No way, man. There's no way.
I feel like I did.
There's no way you threw the greatest motorcycle riding
the most
jacket.
Embarrassing.
Yo.
Obnoxious.
You love that jacket. We all love that jacket.
I'm like embarrassed that I ever wore it.
Are you kidding me?
All right, that's all Army stuff right there. If it's not in here, dude, I don't know where it is. All Army stuff. Hold on. I really feel like I threw it away. I had a big bag of motorcycle jackets that were like freaking covered in mold.
Yep, we gotta find those.
That's what I'm saying, like I think I threw it away. Oh,
I slammed on my brakes as hard as I possibly could. And I almost missed it too. I'm back there trying to catch up to you. You start braking. I missed my brake lever. I'm slamming on this thing as hard as I can.
Next roundabout, we'll take a right.
All right, let's do it. Now my bike is not as fast as his bike. It's not even close. My bike's also from 1975. His bike is 25 years newer. Cruising on the highway, going speed limit. Feels pretty good. No idea what the RPMs are, but it doesn't feel like it's straining too much. And I've still got a whole lot of throttle left to pass. Beautiful outside. It's amazing. Perfect day for a ride. Hopefully tomorrow is just as good. All right, so we just got back on the maiden voyage the night before. How you feeling, Jared? How'd you like it?
Good. Both these bikes are rock solid.
They're fun. They're very different.
Yeah. Tron's faster than I thought it'd be.
It's pretty quick.
So is the BMW. It's faster. It just has no brakes. You just can't stop.
Okay, let's compare the brakes to this bike to a normal bike. Imagine your normal bike and imagine your bike without brakes. That is pretty much this thing. And the thing is, like, they work. Thing is, like they totally work. They work the way they should. I think they're even like a modification of the stock brakes. They're just, it's 45 years old. They're horrible. They feel bad. I actually I've been using the rear of the drum brake a lot. I assume they work it. I don't know. We're gonna check it out though. We're gonna check the bikes out. Let me see if I can adjust this rear brake lever. It's kind of hard for me to actually get on there. We did this awesome bullet fairing. Let me see if I can put that on there. Maybe I can. If not, we gotta ship it back to us. When we first started riding this, I was smelling some funny smells.
I was too.
I smelled oil. Did you smell oil?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean it
didn't leak anything.
That's the nature.
You look underneath it. It's bone dry. It is the strangest looking engine.
Looks like something on the side of an airplane or something.
Yeah, right. There's with rotary motors with all the cylinders on the side. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna check all the bolts. Just give it a good visual. Make sure nothing's jumping out that I'm gonna wish I checked it when I left.
Got one to go, bud.
Is the fuel turned off?
Does it have fuel?
I don't know. It should. Mine was topped off.
It was topped off?
Mine was.
I can't see. You can hear it. We're in a bad spot.
Yeah, you want to back? Should we back up?
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna have to go through the grass back there.
I can't read what it says with reserve. This is on. What's reserve?
That's reserve.
All right, let's give it a try. That's it.
All right, we gotta get gas in.
All right, then we gotta go right here and go on that.
Yeah, just cut through there.
Yep.
We didn't even start our trip, but we're already running out of gas in the middle of a highway. This is gonna be a fun trip.
We're real close. Yours probably doesn't need gas.
I could probably put a gallon in.
Seriously?
Yeah, look.
Oh my God.
Yo, top mine off. I need to take a leak.
All right.
Stop moving around.
Oh, I'm not moving around.
We'll just get your bike shipped home.